about BYOD because it finally brings the 21st century into our classrooms.
I am so excited about what BYOD brings for instructional strategies.
Bringing BYOD to 5 Forks will increase student engagement by relating to them in a format that they're used to and they enjoy.
I'm excited about BYOD because I think it'll be great for everybody to be able to bring all their own stuff. You get comfortable with your own iPad, your own computer, your own keypad, all these different kinds of things, and then you don't have to share it because nobody likes to share it. That's it.
BYOD is going to make learning fun for our students,
as well as the teachers.
I'm excited that our school is going to have BYOD because it's going to allow teachers and students to have differentiation in the classroom.
I'm most excited about using BYOD in my classroom because it engages our students and it helps us to extend our learning.
I'm excited about BYOD because we're bringing the students' world into the classroom.
Hi everyone. I am so excited that BYOD is coming to 5 Forks because it will allow our students to access the world. And with that, it will allow our students to become better thinkers and problem solvers for our nation.
I am so excited about BYOD. Wait a minute. Jenny Green, what is BYOD?
Thanks, Pam. That's a great question. Let's talk about what BYOD means. Simply put, BYOD is bring your own device. Now, BYOD is a Gwinnett County initiative that will allow staff and students to begin bringing their devices and using them instructionally here at school. Those devices can range from cell phones, iPads, tablets, or even laptops. We already have a few teachers here who have been approved and have begun using BYOD in their classrooms on a small scale.
Now, students do not currently have rights to BYOD. They cannot bring their devices to school at this time. We're waiting on Gwinnett County to come out and turn on the wireless network and give our students permission to begin bringing their devices and using them here at school instructionally. Now, they are also going to be asked to sign a form that will outline Gwinnett County and our school's policies and procedures for bringing their devices to school.
BYOD is nothing to be afraid of. We're going to take it in small steps, and you can implement BYOD as much or as little as you feel comfortable with.
Now, today we're going to ask that you sign a similar form to the one the students will sign, and that is a Gwinnett County form that outlines their policies and procedures for appropriate usage of devices in the classroom. Now, that's going to allow you, if you choose, to begin using BYOD in your classroom as soon as you feel comfortable. And it is going to also give you access to the school's wireless network. Now, just before the break, I put together a couple videos that might help clarify in your mind what BYOD is. But first, let's look at a video of what BYOD isn't.
All right, now it is a BYOD day today, so I want everybody to take out your devices.
Yes, sir.
Yikes. Thank goodness that's over. Did you see Bennett in there? He was actually on the phone texting, and I think I heard him order some French fries from a guy's mom. Crazy. Now, let's take a minute and look and see what BYOD might actually look like in your classroom.
Okay, now with your devices, you've all gotten a purple sheet that has a QR code on it. I want you to take out your device. I want you to scan the QR code, and that's going to take you to the website that we're going to be using today. In that website, you're going to find an article, and I want you to read through that article, and then we're going to discuss it. Okay, ready, go.
That was just one example of how technology could be used within the classroom. Students were scanning a QR code using their own device. Now that QR code led the students directly to an article in which Mr. Bennett could later discuss with the students after they were able to read it on their own device. There was no Google, no searching, and no typing in web addresses. It's a great way to use technology in the classroom. In this next lesson, Mr. Bennett is discussing a lesson on cells. Now watch what happens when a student asks a question that Mr. Bennett and the class doesn't automatically know the answer to. Students are able to use their own device to quickly locate the answer.
Okay, so who remembers what we call it when a cell takes on a special job? Drew?
Specialization.
Specialization, good. So our cells specialize. What are some examples of cells that would have specialized?
Blood cells.
Blood cells.
Muscles.
Muscle cells.
Skin cells.
Skin cells.
Bone cells.
Bone cells, great. Okay, Alex?
Generally, how long do blood cells live?
How long do red blood cells live? You know what? I'm not really sure. Why don't you guys take out your devices and let's see if you can find it. Okay, so do a little research, and then when you find it, raise your hand and report back to me. All right? You found it already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is it?
Around 120 days.
Around 120 days. Okay. Y'all get that? Anybody else can check that and make sure that that's correct?
Oh, I got it.
These lessons, of course, are just ideas of what can be done in the classroom. There are multitudes of resources available to us now that we are able to bring technology into the classroom. Now, did you know that we already have 6 iPads here in the building for you to use with your classes? That's right. You can check those out much like you would the wireless laptop cards, and you can use those instructionally with your students. But it's going to get even better. Mrs. Goodman has given me permission to order 9 more iPads. So that is going to be a total of 15 iPads in our building that you can check out and use instructionally with your students. I am so excited to be bringing this type of technology into our classrooms here at Five Forks.
BYOD is great for me!
We know that you still have a lot of questions about BYOD, and over the next few weeks and months, we're going to work together to iron out all the kinks and make sure that we have all your questions and concerns answered. Oh, and don't forget, this is very important. From the words of Kim Bearden at the Ron Clark Academy, technology can never replace teaching in the classroom. It is simply a tool used to enhance our learning. Now that we've learned a little bit about what BYOD might look like for staff and students here at Five Forks Middle School, let's move on to another Gwinnett County initiative that we will be implementing this semester at Five Forks Middle School, and that is the Eclass initiative. So what exactly is Eclass? Well, you can think of Eclass as sort of like an umbrella, under which you will find existing technology resources and projects, some that you already use, like the gradebook and textbooks online, plus some new resources that will help enhance student engagement and the teaching and learning process. Today we're going to learn about one of those tools, the Eclass C&I, or Curriculum and Instruction Tool, found directly on your portal page. Now, let's take just a few quick minutes and hear from the Executive Director in charge of the Eclass initiative, Ms. Tricia Kennedy. She's going to give us a little bit of information about what the C&I tool can do for teachers and students, as well as Gwinnett County's expectations.
I'm Tricia Kennedy, and I'm working with teachers and other leaders across the district to facilitate the Eclass initiative. As I'm sure you know, Eclass is how Gwinnett is transforming learning for students, meeting them where they live in the digital world, using digital tools to enhance how we teach and how they learn. You are among the approximately 2,800 teachers who will be piloting the Eclass Curriculum and Instruction Tool in your classes and with your students during the 2013-14 school year. As is true for the pilot of any new tool or resource, all of us who are involved will be learning a lot as we move forward. Based on what we have already heard from teachers in your schools who tried out the tool for us in spring 2013, and from teachers in other districts who are using it in their classes. There are a lot of great features that will support and even enhance your classroom and your students' learning. You are helping your colleagues across the district by being among the first to begin using these features in your classroom. Specifically, there are several key ways that the C&I tool will help teachers. First, it will provide digitally based activities and learning materials to your students. You will be able to share activities, websites, and assignments that students can access in class or at home. You can even provide different assignments to different students, and you will be able to monitor their progress. It will also allow you to share great resources with colleagues in a learning object repository. That repository will also allow you to search by AKS or topic and find resources that your Gwinnett colleagues have added, as well as resources provided by our curriculum department. The C&I tool will also house instructional resources that you want to keep for future lessons. You can keep your own materials and resources in your private collection, so they are quickly available to you. Finally, the tool will make it easier to collaborate with school colleagues for curriculum planning. You can develop the content, materials, activities, and resources that you want to use with your students, placing them in a single course page, and then easily add them into your individual teacher course pages. For this pilot year, we're asking you to do two things. First, use the course page with your students. We want you to create the course pages for your students and keep materials, links, news, and content updated for them during the year. We hope that many of you will also use other features, such as the secure classroom discussions and student drop boxes for student collaboration and assignments. And second, we want your feedback. Help us make the C&I tool and the instructional resources that go with it even better for all of our Gwinnett teachers. We will ask you to complete brief surveys periodically during the year so we can get a district-wide perspective on the use of the Eclass C&I. We will also have opportunities for you to participate in focus groups to give us direct input. And we want to hear your suggestions about how to make improvements in the tool, in training and preparation for using the tool, and in continually improving how we teach our students by making effective use of the digital resources available to us and to them. You've got a great team at your school who have had advanced training, and they will be supporting you as you learn to use the new resources. Remember, Eclass isn't the classroom of the future, it's your classroom today.
Now in just a minute, we're going to bring up the Eclass C&I teachers in our school who have had training, and they're going to take you in small groups. We're going to divide it by curriculum area, and we're going to begin teaching you what the tool can do. Now today we're going to start very, very small and teach you some of the very simple tools, just so that you can get your feet wet and begin to feel comfortable with the tool. So before we go, let's take a look and see where you will find the C&I tool icon, which is on your portal homepage. I've shown you that before in PLCs. And a look at what the Five Forks Middle School landing page managed by me is going to look like. So you're already very familiar with your portal homepage where you use the gradebook and take attendance. You will access the Eclass C&I tool by clicking on the green icon labeled Eclass C&I found directly on your portal homepage. Now when you click that link, it's going to take you to the Five Forks landing page that I am going to manage. Today your instructors are going to be showing you how to get to your landing page and course pages that you will manage for your students. Well, I hope this video has been informative and exciting for you. There are some great new initiatives coming down for Five Forks Middle School. And don't forget, I will be there to help you every step of the way. I'm going to be setting up a calendar so over the next few weeks and months, you can sign up for some more in-depth training when it comes to the C&I tool and learn about the wealth of resources that are available to you and the students. So before we break, let's pull the Eclass teachers up to the front and introduce them to you. We'll answer a few questions, and then we'll break out into our small groups as we begin a brand new adventure learning about all the possibilities of the new Eclass C&I tool.